Live from the mighty Wiedwerks airship, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Werks Unlimited Limited, better known as Wiedwerks. Today I'm speaking to the leadership of the Vivid team about their exciting new venture into the cannabis space. So let's start with some quick intros.
Thanks, Travis. So my name is Steffen Weck, and I'm the president and CEO of Food Business Consulting.
And I'm Jessica Cristadoro, the president and CEO of the Vivid team.
I am Scott Savage, CEO and managing principal for EAB and Associates.
So the Vivid team is a division of Food Business Consulting. Before we take a virtual tour of your new facility, would you mind giving us some background on FBC?
Yeah, absolutely, Travis. So FBC has been the leading product development and commercialization firm for many of the top CPG companies for the past 20 years. Walking through retail grocery store, you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, of products that Food Business Consulting has been involved in some form and fashion, whether that's product development or process engineering, commercialization, package engineering and design, construction of facilities, etc. FBC is a cohesive team of both internal and external resources that come together as the project dictates to work on a variety of different aspects related to food and beverage product development.
How has Food Business Consulting evolved over the past 20 years?
So FBC services have evolved immensely over the past 20 years, and to date include essentially everything necessary to launch a product, meaning very early stage ideation to product reformulation, optimization, shelf life studies. But in addition to that, which is the typical initiation or the typical beginning of a project, FBC is able to take that information and continue the process all the way through to commercialization and even launch in the retail space. Our services are quite comprehensive in that we provide regulatory and labeling compliance, consumer both qualitative and quantitative research, and package design and engineering. So it's essentially everything you need to come to Food Business Consulting with an idea and be able to effectively execute that product in the marketplace.
And now you're bringing this expertise to the cannabis space. Will you elaborate on that?
During the early days of cannabis, many people jumped into the game without really truly understanding how to formulate, optimize, package, and produce the products they wanted to sell into dispensaries. This eagerness to move quickly into an exciting new industry resulted in many products being recalled or removed from dispensary shelves due to inconsistencies and unsafe practices. Consumers expect their medicine be safe and produce a consistent experience every time they consume. This was not the case. When we first identified this gap, we began researching and educating ourselves about this challenge so that we could make sure our resources had the skill set to become a beneficial resource to the cannabis industry.
It's taken us the better part of 3 years to fully immerse ourselves into the cannabis industry. We quickly came to realize that the cannabis industry is incredibly complex. In some ways, it's even more complicated to get a new product into the cannabis marketplace than it is to introduce a new food product. This highly regulated industry requires numerous inputs from state regulatory agencies. Production methods typically used in food product production are not always appropriate when producing cannabis products. To address these complexities, we've essentially cloned what we were already doing very well with Food Business Consulting and created a separate organization all focused around cannabis and hemp. This is a dynamic industry, to say the least. New technologies and techniques are being developed every single day, and it's tough for most companies to keep up with the latest advances. The Vivid team is highly engaged with all of this activity, and we can provide up-to-the-minute insight. We work closely with the Colorado MED, Marijuana Enforcement Division, so we were on the forefront of change in compliance and regulations and policy. This was no easy task, and what we've created is a one-stop resource to address all of the needs of the cannabis industry. Not only are we able to support our clients with all of the aspects required to bring a product to market, but we've also extended our reach to include the ability to support clients who might be interested in starting a cannabis cultivation business, or even designing and constructing a new brand or retail dispensary.
We've aligned with our strategic partner, EA Benelli, to support clients who need to have their own manufacturing facilities.
Scott, tell us more about EA Benelli.
EA Benelli & Associates is a leading architectural and engineering firm that works exclusively on facilities in the food and beverage industry. Over the course of more than 6 decades in business, what began as a specialization has developed into our passion. We take great pride in the fact that we have designed for food and beverage clients across North America, serving virtually every link in the supply chain, from production facilities to research and development to distribution and warehousing. Our philosophy has always been to first and foremost ensure the sanctity of the process. We understand that safeguarding the product by protecting against cross-contamination and optimizing flow is at the center of every discussion regarding hygienic design. And now, in partnership with the Vivid team, EA Benelli is very excited to leverage our decades of experience and design expertise towards the burgeoning sector of cannabis-infused food and beverages. We like to think of your process, from research through extraction through production and packaging, as the egg. And the space designed around that process, whether it be a 100,000 square foot processing facility or a 2,000 square foot laboratory, as the nest that is protecting them. Working in concert with our Vivid team partners, we can assist with equipment layouts, processing arrangements, and product flows. We will layer our knowledge of building code requirements with in-depth familiarity with hygienic design standards. We understand manufacturing environments and recognize the importance of zone separation or optimal cross-contamination control. We have worked on facilities that have employed CGMP, FDA, SQF, BRC, and ISO guidelines, and always strive to exceed industry standards for sanitary design and food safety. When it comes time to bringing projects to fruition, you can trust in a firm that has successfully designed plants all across North America, with a track record that includes small remodels and some of the largest expansion and most state-of-the-art plants in the country. We are licensed throughout the continent and have experience working with planning and building departments and municipalities of all sizes.
Thanks, Scott. In addition to EA Benelli, we have the resources and ability to assist our clients with all the aspects of branding, marketing strategy, website development, and tactical planning through our strategic partnership with Christine Carey at Brand Guide and Brent Carey at CDev Web Design. Christine has 20 plus years of experience with many of the new innovative brands coming out of the bolder natural foods industry and the cannabis space. She can help develop company branding, packaging, social media, promotions, and engaging storytelling. CDev helps clients improve their digital presence. CDev's client-focused business model balances the client expectations with the reality of web design and development.
In order to bring all of these resources together, we determined that we needed one single hub to support our clients' needs. The result is what's come to be referred to as the epicenter. The epicenter, based in Denver, Colorado, will become ground zero for everything cannabis. The mission is to bring a high level of professional expertise and resources to the cannabis industry. In addition to our relationship with EA Benelli, we've also linked arms with several of our long-term partners, such as Gold Coast Ingredients, one of the largest leading flavor and fragrance companies in North America, and IEH Labs, a lab with over 120 locations around the globe. This bundling of resources all under one roof will provide significantly improved interaction with all of the fundamental aspects of the development process, allowing us to engage with our clients very quickly and effectively.
So when we started to put this vision down on paper, working with Scott and the team from Benelli, we tried to anticipate all of the needs which are typically required to successfully commercialize new products, whether those are traditional food and beverage products or cannabis. The facility is designed to take all of these factors into account and create a hub for efficient collaboration between all of the stakeholders engaged in a new product launch. As you'll see in the video and the virtual walkthrough, we've included the ability to do early stage consumer research by conducting both quantitative and qualitative testing of prototypes. In 2019, the Vivid team was the first company to successfully execute several professionally based cannabis consumer sensory taste panels.
Another aspect of this new facility is that it will, for the first time ever, provide our clients with the ability to produce large quantities of FDA and cannabis metric compliant finished product, which can be sold into dispensaries, in order to quote-unquote test the water, so to speak. We've recognized several years ago the limitations the brands had when it came to scaling up their new products and the challenges associated with engaging with a co-manufacturer too early in the process. By including comprehensive FDA-compliant pilot plant facilities within the new hub, we can test differing types of processing equipment and technologies, thereby allowing us to refine the processing conditions before handing the product and process specifications over to a co-manufacturer. So, what we'd like to do now is take our viewers on a virtual walkthrough of the epicenter.